Right, good morning everyone. Now I'm going to show you how to transfer that into that, and then we'll probably do something with this as well. It's just so you can, if you buy these from the shop, they're really pretty, but you can alter them yourself to make, and to enhance them, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I've got is I've got needle and thread. I did do mine with that thread, but I've changed my mind and just thought, well, we'll try it with this one. You need some different size little pearl beads. Now, we do sell the bead strands. Oh, God, I think they're still on the shop. I will check for you. So we need a bead at the end here. So we need this bobbly bead. So I'm just going to go from the pointed section up to the base. Let me get a smaller bead. Yeah, we'll use the smaller ones. Through that bead, and as you can see, we now need to go back through the teardrop, and we need to bring that to the base, but leave at least an inch or two because you need to glue that onto here. So we've got that. Now I'm going to do 3 more beads. I've got a bit of glue on that, but never mind. For the central one. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Like that. But we've also got to get this end back through those 3 beads. So I'm just going to do them one at a time. Hopefully this will work. That's why I used a thicker thread before. Just thread that back through the bead. That's it, like that. So that's 1 bead on, and then we thread it back through, pull it tight and wet it. That's what I do. It's perseverance, basically. Oops, didn't even name that right. You do need these pearls to have the beading, to have the hole that's right. So make sure you've got a decent hole in each bead that you're going to use. See, like that one. It is a little time consuming, but look what you're going to get at the end of it. But that's it, that's all you do. Now you've got to do that using 2 beads instead of 3 twice. So you've got to do 2 more of those. Chop that. So that's your first one done. A little bit tedious, I know. So don't knot the end of it. So straight away, down the smallest part of the bead, teardrop. Just going to make sure that's quite open. Back through the teardrop. Like that. Pull your bead into place, and then we just need 2 more. Make sure your thread will go through. Let's take hold of your bead, wet it, and straight through like that. And we need to do that 1 more time. Like I say, make sure your hole's big enough to thread it through. I just pull it onto my finger, tighten it up so that that thread is not in the way of this one. And then shorten it a little bit to give you a little bit of leverage with it. And you just do that, and you've got that one ready. So just put that to one side. We need to make 1 more of those. Like I say, a bit tedious, but they're really pretty and they look nice on flowers. So I'm going to make a flower to put these on, just so you can see. There we go. Just pull your thread down. So again, take your teardrop through the smallest section first. Take your small bead. I've got them mixed in my little potty. I shouldn't really. There you go. And then you're going to go back through the teardrop. To level that out. And then we're going to need 2 more small beads. Again, make sure that the hole is just waddle your, or waddle, or wag your needle through your bead, which will open up the bead if there's any of the coating still left on there. Let me just snip the end of that off. Like I say, I just wet it, pull that tight, and it fits through perfectly. We just need to do that once more. I don't mind things if they're a little bit tedious, if I get a good result at the end. And in this case, we generally do. There we go. And that's all you need to do. Once you've got that, snip that off. Take your non-stick mat. You need to add a little bit of glue to it. And then what I do is I put the biggest one on first, and I add the smaller one next to it, and the last one, like that. Pop a little bit more glue over the strands, which will secure them in. You take your centre and you squash that down. Don't worry if it comes out of the side or anything like that. That really doesn't matter because you can peel that off. But yeah, and then leave that to dry and you end up with that. And that is way better. Just got a little bit of glue on that. That one is way better than just having it plain. And you can say I've done that. Could have pulled this a little bit more, but that's fine. I'd rather have that for a flower. But I'm going to come back and do the flower. Right, do you remember the flowers I got ready the other day? I've got them ready, and I'm going to attach one of these centres. Let me just get some more glue in there, because they look fab. So I just take hold of that, pop that on the ground, on the deck, and look at that. Look what I've just done to my flower. Isn't that gorgeous? To have something like that. Press that down. So that's that one. And use a non-stick mat if you can. We do sell the this one, we do sell that, but it's not this flimsy one. We actually sell a very good quality one, and for those who've bought it from us, agree. It's had rave reviews because it's an excellent non-stick mat. It's very strong. It's not a cheapo one, what I call a cheapo one. Right, so we've got that. That's about dry, I would say. It'll peel off if it is. All you do then is you take hold of these strands and you peel them back. That's why I only put a little bit of glue on. That just comes off like that, see? And then anything that's hanging over, like these bits, you can peel off, cut off, whatever you want to do with. take that bit out in between each one, like that, and there you go, you've got another one. And isn't that better than just having it like that? A little bit more fancy, and they do look gorgeous in these flowers. Now, I made some of these flowers the other day and did that to them, put the smaller ones in. I've got another one here that I think I will add this one to, because these are going in the kits. These little things that I'm making. I'm trying to make embellishments for the kits so that you don't have that job to do. You can just put your make your kit up whatever you want to do with it, like that. Right, they're pretty, and they look great in any flower. Now, if I wanted to, I could still add the same sort of thing to this one. Right, now I have that one with the stopper that I could put in, or that one, and I think that's about, let me just see, yeah, that's too big, so we won't use that one, we'll use this larger one. So again, you go down into the teardrop. I'm going to use a slightly bigger pearl. We'll use a smaller one first as the stopper at the bottom. Like that. That'll do. And then I'm going to use that one. Cut them the same so I can wet them and put them in, thread them through. Pull that tight. There we are. See what I mean? That even though that's a much bigger hole, let me just make sure it's cleaned out. That's it. You just need a little bit of patience. Like that. Now, do I want... No, I don't think I need any more than that, so I'm going to cut that. We don't need anywhere near that amount. Now, what I'm going to do with this is to snip it close like that. Take the glue like that. Now, let me just do that again. And then what I have to do is to snip that. I'm just stopping that from, see, I put like a notch on the end of it. Now, all I have to do with this is to lift that fabric back. Make sure I poke that in and push that back down, and that's holding that. That'll be fine. Let that dry, and then we've got that type. So they are really it's up to you how you want to take something further. So we can go from that to that. Let that dry. And I didn't have another one of those, but you can see we've done that with those. So I hope that's helpful. You can always enhance your flowers and you just have to be a little bit patient. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.